What's going on, my people? This is your host, Blanche Eden. This is episode 3 in season 3. Go ahead and check out season 1 and 2. I want to get right into it today. I'm going to be talking about 6 ways that social media indoctrinates your mind. I've spoken on it before, but I feel compelled to speak on it again. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can know every time I put a video out. The first way that social media indoctrinates your mind is shaping and conforming the way you see others and the way you see the world. When we log into our social media accounts, right away, there is our feed. And in our feed are images and videos that people that we follow are posting. Let's say we're talking about a group or something that we're a part of, and we're interested in this group and the things that they post, right? Either way, we're being exposed to images that we wouldn't normally see. We wouldn't normally walk out the door and see people getting brutally attacked, fighting in public places, unless we live in this environment where this happens regularly. And unfortunately, there are people that live in those type of environments, but the average person does not walk out the door, go to work, and see these type of actions taking place. We just don't, but we definitely see it on social media. Nobody walks out the door and sees Beverly Hills and rich people and lavish countries and yachts. The average person doesn't walk out their door and see that. So now, when we have our phones, it introduces us to this world that we wouldn't normally see. But it's not real in the sense that we can access it unless we physically go there. It's like a virtual world that we can see on our phones. And when I say that social media shapes and conforms the way that we see the world, let's say, for example, we're following a page about India. It's a page that displays the land of India and how the mountains look and the beautiful part of India. But what about when you go to India and it doesn't look like that? Or the entire of India is not so beautiful. And there's some parts of India that you may not feel so fond of going to, but you don't see that on social media. It will, I hate to say the word control the way you think, but it can control the way you see things, or people. The way you see people's bodies, their faces, their hair, their physical features, whether it be sexual or non-sexual. You start, when you see women constantly, and this is for men and female, for male and female, when you see women or even men constantly with their clothes off, you can start to begin to think, this is what I expect. This is what I want. This is what I want to see. If you like to see that, you're going to expect that when you go out, or if you go on a date, or maybe if you get your expectation is, it becomes that it's conformed to what you like to see because your feed is what you like. So it's shaping your world to only what you desire and not really what the world is what the world is. The world is not full of models and voluptuous women. When you go to work, you see average looking people most of the time. And if you don't see that, if you don't see the voluptuous models, what do you think of the people that you do see? Do you judge them? Do you say that they're less, or they're, quote, ugly because they don't look like what you see in your feed? Your perception of the world is distorted because all you see is what you like, what you heart or share. And it becomes this fake facade of you. So when you see the real world, you may not know how to behave or act in it. When you see violence constantly, I said this in another episode, you constantly see violence online, but you don't see it in your everyday life. Are you looking for it? Do you have a thirst for it? Do you create it? Because there's people that create fake content all the time. They're like, damn, let's make some fake content. I like this. I see how much attention it's getting. Even though it's not really happening, we have to make it now. We have the ability to make it. We have the ability to fool people into thinking this is really happening. How much fake content is out there? How much of it is real? If we see police brutality and we get pulled over, our mind has been conformed and shaped to think, I'm black, something's going to happen to me. This is terrible because it may not happen or it may happen. But to have that preset thought in your mind before it actually happens is not good, because the world that you're seeing on your phone, when you're in the real world, you're looking at your phone. You're not even enjoying or viewing the world that you actually live in now. You are constantly looking at your phone. Number 2, if we are out and about, we are most likely on our phones and not present in the world that we live in. Like I just said, it's extremely unhealthy. It's extremely unhealthy to be constantly looking down. There's been video of people walking into train tracks, doors, and God knows what else, just by looking at your phone, getting hit by cars, causing car accidents, you name it. And it's been happening, and people continue to do it because they just can't stop looking at their phone. You also miss the sunrise, you miss the birds, you miss nature, you miss the city, you miss the sights of the world that you live in. Or maybe you just don't even care anymore because your feed is constantly giving you what you like and the things that you want to see. So screw the world, screw what's around me. Who cares about the sunset? Because I have my phone and my feed. That's all I care about, is posting this and seeing how many people like it. And I like their stuff. And we just like what we like. And we're just all in our feelings. It's just kind of ridiculous. It has long-term effects. It feels good at the moment and it feels natural at the moment. But studies have shown otherwise. Do you see yourself coming out of this fixation with your feed? Do you think that one day you will go outside and not be looking at your phone? Do you see that happening? Have you thought about that? Have you said, what if I don't look at my phone today? What will happen if I'm forced to be in my environment, around this homeless person, around this garbage stench that is next to me? Am I, the traffic? What if I have to be sitting in my environment? What's going to happen to me? Am I going to lose my mind because I can't give in to what I want right now, which is in my feed, which is constantly feeding me things that I like and that I want to constantly see all the time throughout the day? When there's an employer that has to tell you, if I catch you using your phone, you're going to be fired, you have to understand that this is a major problem. That means that people cannot control themselves, and somebody has to fire you in order for you to get the point, and you still may not get it after that. Number 3, a third way that social media indoctrinates your mind is it creates more anxiety within you about the things that make you anxious already. Your cyber self-esteem is affected, and you unconsciously compare yourself to others who are doing what appears to be the same thing you're doing. But what is different about them? Why do they have more likes than me? Why are they more popular than me? Why are they selling more products than me? Why is their waist trainer getting more attention than my waist trainer? Why? So here you are, consumed with these anxious thoughts. And then looking at them every day cannot make you less anxious. I don't think that makes any sense. It'll just make you more anxious. It'll make you more aggravated, and your cyber self-esteem, as I like to call it, is lessened. You don't feel as good about your product. You're more likely to jump from business to business. You're more likely to jump from page to page, from account to account, to identity to identity. Oh, let me change my identity. Let me change my picture. Let me change my hair. Let me change this because something's got to click. Maybe if I'm more like this, that'll work. Maybe if I do what they're doing, I'll get the attention. We're constantly seeking the love and the fake love, cyber love, fake ass love. You really think that when you look at a picture, love is transferring through the phone to the other side? No, it's not. Unfortunately, when you press the heart button, there is no love going through the air into the other person who posted it. There's no real love there. There's only computer love. There's only fictitious fake love. Oh, I got what I wanted. Okay, on to the next thing. I just wanted to know that I was beautiful enough. I just wanted to know that enough people saw it. I just wanted to know that I'm going to sell this product. I just wanted to know. I don't need anything else. I just wanted to know that it's there. I could sleep now. So it creates a lower self-esteem that doesn't even exist until you created it with your account. So now you've created this self-esteem that's not even real, and then self-esteem is lowered, which is not even real, but it feels real. It feels real. It really hurts, but it's not really happening. And that's really weird. If you're a person that has anxiety, the internet may not be a good place for you. There's a lot of people that express this type of feelings. You know, taking selfies makes me anxious. It makes me nervous because it's not normal. We used to take pictures at one time, and we would have to print out those pictures, and we would share them with our family and put them in an album, and that would be it. We take them out when we want to reminisce. But this is constant imagery in your mind. Even when you're not on your phone, you see these images flashing in your mind. You see these brutal police attacks happening. You see these anxious, negative things that are taking place. You can see them in your mind. If you close your eyes, you can see them because they're constantly being visually flashed in your face, back to back, quickly, fast, thoroughly. Number 4. It can take up so much of your time needed to do other things that really need your attention. We tend to make what we, quote, need to do on our devices a priority because it's easier and more lounging. How much more pleasurable is it to lay in bed on your phone than to get up and clean your room or wash your ass? It's just so much more pleasurable to lay around at work and just be on your phone. I mean, I've seen security guards on their fucking phone. You're a security guard. You're supposed to be securing and guarding the premises in which you work, what you're getting paid to do. What are you doing on your phone for an hour? I've literally sat there in a waiting room and seen a security guard on their phone for 1 hour. It is absolutely stupid. Nobody cares about... Many people do not care about what they're doing when they're there doing it. The phone, something's going on the phone. I got to see what it is constantly. It's an addiction. It's been proven that swiping up increases some kind of great chemical in a woman's mind. Swiping her thumb up. These people are smart. They're scientists. People who create these apps know exactly what they're doing. You must be aware of this. It's a big trick. You have to be conscious. And if you're at work, what the hell are you doing on your phone? People used to, not have phones and they were able to function. But I feel like now the world would go crazy. If everybody's phone just poofed into thin air at the same time, people would be fucking going crazy. They'd be running out their house, trying to record what's going on, but they can't because they don't have their phone. They can't get a picture and a video of all these people screaming, running around. Oh my God, we're going to go even crazier. It's just really sad. People have priorities. I've seen lectures, TED Talks, when people, they miss some of the greatest times in their kids' life because they're on their phone. And it's really nothing going on the phone. It's nothing. It's mere nothing. Number 5. It can make a depressed person less encouraged to step out of depression. Social media can give us this feeling of, quote, this is all the attention I need syndrome. That is what I call it. This is all the attention I need. This can make you feel like you don't need anyone because what you have is right there in your hands. It gives us a sense of false cyber control. If you're already somebody who has issues reaching out because you're depressed, you don't like talking to people, well, you can use your phone. You don't have to talk to your phone. And your phone doesn't have to talk to you. You don't have to talk to anybody. You can continue to be isolated and unhealthy mentally. And your phone can give you this false perception of, I'm okay now. Everything is okay now because I have my phone. I don't need anybody. I don't need help. I got my phone. I feel good when I have my phone. So what else do I need? I have it all right here. I just got to charge it up and it's ready to go again. It's always here. It always turns on. It's always available. I always have it. I won't lose it. I won't lose this phone. I'll guard it with my life. People lose other things before they lose their phone. They will forget their keys. They will forget their shoes, but they will remember their damn phones. It gives a false perception of a person, of love, a false perception of attention. Do you really feel, how is it that you feel excited over likes? If you really break this down into little pieces, how is it that you feel good with a like? It's not even a real person telling you that they like it. It's a notification that says you have 10 likes or 43 likes. It's just a notification. So most of this is in your mind. You create this false love. You are creating it in yourself because you're believing it. And God knows when you believe what can happen. Okay, so you are believing that there's so many likes, but it could also go against you because when you don't have likes, you can believe nobody likes me. Nobody likes me. And that's usually the case. Okay, because if you're not a celebrity or someone of importance, you don't have that fluctuation of attention that people can live off of literally forever if they continue to get it. It is a constant high. I mean, you see it. I had to unfollow a few people that I like, but I just don't want to see what the fuck you're doing. I just don't fucking care about what you're doing. It's so uninteresting and it has no depth or feel to it at all. I don't want to see it anymore. But there are people that love this. I don't understand. I don't know and I don't care. But it isn't healthy and it's not a form of attention. Reality is it's not a form of attention. It just feels like it is. And you're telling yourself that it is. And you're reacting like it is. You are the person conjuring up these emotions and this energy because the phone is just letting you know that it's there. But you are creating the feeling that exists. It's within yourself. But it can also be very negative. And that's the part that is depressing. Somebody who is depressed, looking for love and attention on the internet, doesn't get it, but doesn't get off the internet. They stay on the internet. So now they're angry and bitter and depressed on the internet and feels like nobody loves them, but they can't stop going on the internet. They can't stop trying to be liked and they can't stop trying to fit in. Okay. Number 6, my last one here. You may find yourself seeking for a success you may never get. It's a success that you don't have to really work for. How do you work at getting likes? They tell you to post good content. There's a lot of good content. That doesn't work. Okay? So how do you do this? Is it a lottery? What is it? It is a mystery. People have made videos how to get 100 likes in 5 minutes, blah, blah, blah. But reality is those are all videos by people who have, quote, succeeded. And they're just making videos to make money. And they know you want to get likes. So they're just making it. They're just dragging your tail. All right. You're like, they're just feeding the horse. Okay. We have to be realistic here. What do you do to get likes, shares, and followers? Is there really a freaking solution? No, I don't think there is. And I think it's dumb to even care. Whether you want to admit it or not, there is an emotional attachment you have with the posts that you make. And if they get no quote love, you feel unloved. It's a false depiction of what love really is. Who cares? Like when we took pictures growing up, we took the picture, we looked at it, we liked it, we put it in an album and we moved on. Now it's like, oh my God, I posted a picture of my new house and nobody cares. What the fuck? No, nobody cares. Okay? Nobody cares because people are waking up, going to work, living their lives. You got a new house? Good. Good for you. Good luck with it. Why don't you tell some real people and look for care and love there? Why don't you go to work and talk to people or go to a party and tell people to their face that you got a house instead of putting it on the internet and expecting some unrealistic, stupid response that you may never get. You're probably not going to get it because nobody cares. And if enough people don't like it, here you are, bitter Betty. So what is the message? The message is to turn off the phone sometimes and not be dependent on it. You don't need to post as much. You don't. Every time you go into your account, be conscious of how you feel when you look at your account. Do you feel good? Why do you keep going in it then? If you don't feel good, why do you keep going into your account every day? It is a awful habit. You are like a dog chasing its tail. If you think that one day you're going to wake up and you're going to have what you want, or you're going to have what other people have, you have to realize that most people that you admire and follow, they're not just who they are because of the internet. They've been out for a long time. They have other platforms like television, radio. They've been in on public billboards. The internet is not their one and only, but for a lot of average people, the internet is the one and only. It is your only way out, per se, to expose yourself to people. And now with the internet, forget about other ways of advertising. They've taken down any other way of advertising. You can't put flyers anywhere. You can't do anything that's in the real world. They want you to keep going online and keep paying them. Can you believe, and you probably know this already, but Instagram wants you to pay them so that people that follow you can see what you post. Hell no. Never, ever. This is a big land of profit, the internet, and I want people to just be aware and not get emotionally attached to what this really is. This is a way for companies to make money. It's a social experiment. There's advertisements everywhere, products being sold everywhere. Everything that you do, say, and click is profiting somebody. Have a good night. Like this video, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Have a good day.